All right, so Alan Oakley and crew just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. After my last video, apparently they actually watched this one. It's the first one I think they've watched, and we've made quite a few or a couple of, critiquing their lack of logic in their arguments, and pointing out their unfair banning of people constantly, and their own people, which they claim here. She also claims that we censor people from our own camp. Well, let's just hear from their own words what's really going on. Since I'm making the claim and it's totally not true, let's just hear it from the horses' mouths.
The issue is like, you know, me and Galatrax would be like fielding questions during a presentation because of the fact that, you know, Alan will just mute, if he sees it fit. And like people like Anchovy or someone who's neutral to the conversation won't feel like it wouldn't feel fair. It just makes it look really bad that you can't even ask questions during a presentation. I've already talked down about it. It's just like, you know, set in stone about it.
Absolutely. Well, our boy Amish has an interpretation of it and some emotional feelings about it, and has been making rounds trying to, I don't want to say poison the well, but effectively poison the well.
Is that Jesse Pathelite?
No, it's some of our Flat Earth boys, the brethren.
So that's how you talk about your brethren, your boys. You're like, I mean, you ban them and then you keep them from being able to speak and talk down on them to other people. Cool.
And then there's the issue of people not being allowed onto a community server called Ether Cosmology.
Yeah.
For who knows. I would say that attributes to the whole cult claims that people are making.
Well, that was personal between you and him, not anything about being in a cult, not being in a cult, right?
Oh, I'm not even talking about me.
No, he's not the only one, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not talking about me.
But it's not even. It's just it is what it is.
Well, I'll give my personal example for like I came in good faith. I was actually on video. I joined. Alan was on Run Boston Bears channel. I joined as a caller.
I remember that.
And I tried to get information out of Alan about this theodolite thing, which had been presented many times on EA. And I wanted to make sure I had undivided attention when I asked my question. So I chose this moment to ask, and I was trying to figure out the difference between like a true position and like maybe a net effect of the sky. Anyways, regardless of the question, it was in good faith, and I said it as clear as possible, and the whole time Alan just didn't even acknowledge that I was on the call. He literally just put his head down and then left the call after a few minutes. He just didn't respond to me, pretended like my microphone was not working.
Well, dude, this was fun. I'm glad.
So here's that clip. Actually went and found it. Thanks, Jason. He went and found this for me. But yeah, this is pretty hilarious and it's very telling. And Riggs actually told the truth. Here we go. For once, I actually did agree with what he was saying in that conversation. It's been a while since I've agreed with Riggs on something, but here we go.
I got to hear a bit more about your journey, and that's all I got. I guess nobody's gonna come hang out with us. Oh, no worries. Whenever this ends, when I hit like end stream, it's going to show a little snippet of the Antarctic Ice Marathon. I still want to do that. It'd be coming up December 13th. Somebody actually popped up. Let's see. Riggs. Yo.
Does my mic work?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you well. What's up, brother?
All right, what's up, man? I got a question actually about this celestial theodolite thing. Heffron in his presentation, he said that this gets rid of like refraction from the argument. And the only way I can conceptualize that is if there would be like ultimately some distortion somewhere, because if it's all line of sight, then how do we make sense of the geometry of things? And I just wondered what your take was on that, Alan. Yeah.
sleeping on the job. He's just sitting there. It's so awkward. Like, there's no way he didn't hear that. It's a heavy sigh. And he just sits there. Nobody says anything. Like, how can everyone just sit in this awkward silence for this long and not say anything? Super fucking weird. Maybe I should fast forward a little bit so you all don't have to sit through it too.
What? Are you gonna share screen again? Did you hear Riggs?
What a scumball. Even to answer him. I
Oh,
didn't hear him.
audio check.
Check, check.
Can you hear him?
Nope.
Such a
Dang.
liar. I don't believe anything from this
Let's
guy,
see.
from any of these people now. It's
I
so
wouldn't worry about it.
Kick.
so
Try
awkward.
to bring him down and back up.
Wouldn't worry about it.
You can see the disdain in his
All
face.
right.
He's so hateful
Why are you getting
towards.
all emotional, Alan?
He's clearly emotional. He's like still like trying to pretend like he doesn't hear him, but his eyes like twitching.
I mean, you're asking about the refraction of the experiment.
Well, the idea is this: if we can see things line of sight,
Yeah.
yeah, he's going to leave, of course. If we can
What's
see
that?
things line of sight,
Mm-hmm.
No, but everyone is seeing that you're not able to answer a fucking simple question, dude. It's gay.
Bro, because he muted me without even speaking so that when it came time to talk about questions, I couldn't talk.
How did he mute you?
I don't know who muted me because you guys are saying they can't mod, but someone muted me. And in the text chat, Shane
Just
said,
stop saying
unless
it,
you have.
dude.
No, I
Just
just
stop
said
saying
Shane.
that.
I just said
The
Shane
reason
didn't
I'm
mute you.
saying it
That's
is
all.
because Shane directly responded to me when I asked why they muted me. I'm not just pulling it out of my ass to be an asshole.
All right. Well, then if Shane was involved in that, he would have had to DM Alan or something or someone else to tell him to mute you. I don't know, dude. It's kind of their show. I mean, I don't know. They muted Fundy like the minute Fundy started speaking, so I don't know. I can't really speak for them. I mean, I guess I could try to override them and be like, but it is kind of their show, so.
It's their show, right? It's not Geo's. Clearly, he's not the one in charge. I mean, we know that after seeing how he was in TFE and how he was defending Toon and helping Toon out when Jesse was wrecking him the other day. Clearly, Geo's channel is compromised, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, this was like the day after my last video, and so I guess Alan's got a game plan. What do we need to add a real margin of error? I got a guy working on something right now. So wait, you're not working on your own spreadsheets? Wasn't he telling everybody all you have to do is work on just do your own spreadsheet, just do your own work on this. So he's got some other guy working on stuff for him? Like, I mean, you could pause this and read it all. But this was the interesting part right here. Using a spreadsheet will have downsides. Um, and honestly, the accuracy number of digits of precision for the numbers is not very good. So, I mean, there's, I mean, just the fact that he's got a guy working on stuff for him should tell you that, I don't know, these guys aren't doing their own stuff. Oh, and this was really funny. So Dr. Flatpon earlier today had really good points that he was making in their little room. And apparently, at the end of this conversation, he got booted, and Alan was like, "Oh, another one bites the dust," basically, which is really sad because, you know, um, whatever. It's I mean, you can see these images that he's showing. Um, this is impossible because they're not in the same zenith. So he's saying these angles that they're claiming, it goes on for a while, but the mountain includes a star for the observer. That's all that's happening. Um, and let's see. Sorry, it's kind of blurry, I know, but this is what we're working with right now. Which I agree with him. If they moved the observer from here to here, first of all, if Dr. Mike Hepburn says that with his first measurement, it matched flat Earth perfectly. If that's the case, then first of all, where's the video footage of that? Where's him, like, any kind of proof? Like, if a Glober had done any of this, they would, the flat earthers would be like, hey, we need, video, every kind of evidence that you could bring to the table would be expected. But for some reason, the flat earthers in this group, not speaking about all flat earthers, obviously there's still flat earthers like Dr. Flatpon and who was it? Viking, I think, and Amish. I don't know any of these people, but they were talking crap about all of these people in here. So apparently they're the only ones with balls that and brains that actually think for themselves and immediately get banned for doing so. Um, but I just don't understand why they would move the observer to up here with respect to its true position. But we don't see things in their true positions. So how can you even claim that you observed something occlude if we don't even see it in its true position? It makes no sense. And if all of this is off of just purely Stellarium, then just say we're doing everything off Stellarium. Why are you even bringing up anything that Mike did at all? Like, he shouldn't even be in this at all if you're not even using his observations or anything. Um, no angle recorded. Let's see. I don't feel like reading all of their stuff over. If you want to pause it and read it, you can. But what sort of timing? You think DMS is timing? Actual time. The only thing that was observed, the entire point of the process is the time. Okay, so where's the proof that that timing is correct? If it's not observed, if they're not going off of observed things, then how can they even claim that they observed the star occlude? I love how they're like, brother, the basis of cell nav is doing a LHA transformation, brother. Oh no. If you start with an angle created by a reflection from the light of the celestial body reaching the sextant mirror, bro. This is a very long way to go to not show where the angle is used. Like, he's literally already posted 4 times what the angle that he's talking about, and he's like, and I love that he like redid it here. He's like, okay, I'll do it on your page, here and here. Can't be the same angle here and there. Sorry, it's kind of out of view. Um, so then you don't know if it's the same angle then. Why are you defending that? Because they're saying um, it's a direct geometric implication at the time of occlusion from star to peak and peak to observer. It just coincidentally stops being visible or visible, okay, when it intersects with the physical elevation of the mountain as if there's no drop to defend. Occlusions are physical process. If it's physical, then where's your physical evidence and proof of this? Like, there's nothing physical about any of what they keep saying. My point is that it can't be 231 in two different zeniths. You're measuring the angle to the celestial body on the peak of the mountain. Yes, exactly. So if you measure the peak of the mountain on the ground, it would be 231 according to Cell Nav, which state that there is an angular drop every time the distance increases. You're doing something completely different. We're not even referencing the visible star. This whole time he's been like, that's an actual star, it's actual position, we observed it, blah blah blah. Now he literally says, we're not even referencing the visible star. Everything's imaginary. None of this matches up with, let's see, if you treat the peak as a theodolite, you're implying and assuming the altitude angles don't depend on zenith, which contradicts both observation and cell nav. Exactly. These guys are cooked, man. They don't even understand. Like, they can't just keep saying the same thing over and over and over and think that everyone's just gonna go along to get along with their bullshit. See, nobody is using a total station or a physical theodolite. The true angle of the star, according to Solarium. So from the low station to the peak, the star and the star are both at 231 at the instant of occlusion. Yes, cool. But now move the instrument to the peak and re-level it. You now have a new horizon and a new zenith. The angle from the peak to the star wouldn't be 231. That's the flat Earth position based on cell nav. You're not calculating the star's altitude relative to your zenith. You're using the star as a distant backlight to mark where the mountain top lie. You are not doing cell nav. Two observers at different zeniths always got the same angle just because of an occlusion line, and cell nav methodology collapses because nobody could derive their latitude or fix. I don't know, it's super blurry. Because the star would give identical data everywhere along that line. Do you understand that, right? Okay, the star's true position relative to Aries gives us its ground, track, and motion. Okay, cool. You project the star down, track it across the plane, and compare its GP with our position. But that doesn't let you skip the altitude calculation step. The occlusion line tells you when the peak and star coincide from the observer position. It doesn't provide the star's altitude for a second observer at a different zenith. Occlusion is not at the same altitude. The observer not moving locations, bro. They did move locations though. They were originally at the bottom and then went to the top. You can't just like gaslight everybody and be like, we didn't move anything when they literally are like, just imagine yourself at the mountain peak.
And these are just calculative values to explain why this star isn't in the exact position when it was already experimentally established in the 1800s that starlight comes in at an angle, and the idea that that there's like an idealized physical location, a true position for these is just, you know, not a realistic thing.
See, from the horse's mouth. It's not a realistic thing. These guys are retarded. I don't know what they're doing, why they're trying to like make flat earth look stupid, but you know, they are working for these same clowns. Like, they defend Witsit. They're, you know, they're scam artists. They ask for money. Apparently, I didn't even know that. But apparently, they've been asking for money since 2021 in the, what's it called, server, some Tartaria server. They were always begging for money. I don't remember if it was Alan or Shane or the both of them, but freaking scammers, man. Just donate. Anyways, I'm done. Y'all have a good night. Peace.